Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Jim Bellacera sitting with Mark Sansom. And, I've had a chance to kind of get to know Mark on a personal level and learn about his business successes and some of the things that he's actually going to be sharing with you right now. We're going to be talking about your bio and what it is that kind of really, I like to say what makes you tick, Mark. I mean, obviously you're an entrepreneur. I mean, you just go, 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 go all the time. And yet you have kind of the laid-back personality, and you come back from a laid-back lifestyle, if I'm not mistaken. So something that drives you to really to do the things that you do. So let's talk about a little bit about what makes you tick.
Well, I come from a background of where my dad basically instilled in me that, if you wanted to get something done, you kind of had to do it yourself, and that there's nothing you really can't do if you applied yourself to it. And I'm a firm believer in that. I mean, back in the day when I wanted something, I knew that, if I couldn't afford to get it, I would have to find out a way to do it. I would either find a way to make the money to get it, or even if it meant go to the wood shop and build it myself. I remember making a skateboard when I was 13 years old because I couldn't afford to buy one. And I'd just go in the wood shop, carve it out of a piece of wood and create it, make one. And sometimes.
So you've always been creative that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I know what you do on a kind of primary basis, and it takes somebody who's got a creative mind to do that. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, and not only that, over the years, you just find that the only thing that really keeps people from having the kind of success that they're looking for is just having the right mindset and doing it. Just actually putting down a plan and doing it. I've always worked in a visual sense, where I'll draw a picture in my mind of what I want, and I'll put that picture out there, and then I'll kind of work myself backwards towards it and find out which task that I need to do to make it happen, and trim the fat off of anything that doesn't really get me on the path of what I'm looking for. Interesting.
So you even think about things that could be wasteful as well.
I do. I'm a father of 4 kids. The oldest ones have already moved out, and now I've got a 2.5-year-old. So time is of the essence, and when I work, I have to make sure that I'm using the best of my time, and I'm the kind of guy that likes to find the automated system that will create the most result with the least amount of time.
You do that with everything in your life?
I do.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about being an entrepreneur for a second. Being an entrepreneur, there's money motivated? Or you like the idea of helping people? I mean, what motivates you from the entrepreneur's perspective besides getting the job done and just always being an achiever and so forth? Go ahead.
I've always worked for myself. I've always tried to find myself and leverage myself into a position where I was my own boss from the very beginning. I tried it the other way in the beginning, and it's very difficult to, for me anyways, to be a person that will check myself into a time clock situation and just sit behind the desk or work for somebody else. I always just needed more freedom than that. I needed to find a way where I can create my own hours and do my own thing. So that's led me down the path of being an entrepreneur and getting onto the internet and learning how that works, because I know that is it's a vast world out there. It's a small world, but yet it's a vast world, and that's where the future is.
Cool. I'd like to leave this segment of our conversation with you saying to the audience, the viewer, what is it that you think that they should do to stay focused and motivated on their dreams and goals?
I would just say that the main thing to accomplish what you're going after is just actually putting it into motion, doing it. Anything can be achieved if you put it into motion. If you get a clear-cut path, you know where you're going, you draw that picture out and you start heading towards it. You just don't do the things that don't get you there, and you do the things that do get you there, and you try to find the shortest path, the best tools. I always find a good mentor, and just work hard. That's it. You can only lay those bricks out one at a time, and hope that you're doing the best job you can, and just keep working hard at it, and you will succeed. Most people don't succeed because they don't work. It's not the business that don't work, it's usually the people that don't work.
And I totally agree with that. Thank you for joining us, Mark.